So with 2024 quickly approaching, here are the only two side hustles that you're going to need to make an extra couple $100 a day with minimal effort. Starting with number one is video editing for creators, and it's not as crazy as it sounds, so bear with me. It's pretty straightforward to learn how to edit videos. You can learn within a weekend, whether it be on Final Cut, iMovie, Premiere Pro, or any other editing app. And if you want to make money, all you have to do is find someone who's willing to pay for that service. And conveniently, YouTubers and creators in general are always looking for someone to edit their videos. Once you're beyond maybe 10K subscribers, almost any YouTuber would benefit from offloading editing. And at that point, they're usually making enough to support the service as well. Now, if you're a YouTuber in that position, maybe you'd go to Fiverr or Upwork to look for an editor offering the service. And what they'll find is that 95% of responses are absolute trash. Either they didn't read the description properly or they're just very poor video editors. And so to stand out in a market like this is actually pretty straightforward. All you have to do is be a good communicator and actually read the brief that the creators are providing. So that's one way of doing it, by taking the passive approach and waiting for creators to reach out to you. And there happens to be another way, which involves you being a sort of permissionless apprentice. So what you would do is you would pick a creator from between 50 to 200,000 subscribers, download their video off of YouTube, and then edit it in a completely different way. You can do this by adding music, transitions, edits, cuts, whatever you like. And if you can manage to do this well with a handful of creators, I can almost guarantee that one or maybe a few would respond back and say, hey, that sounds great. And then you can say, sure, why don't you send me one of your raw videos and I'll edit it complete for free so you can see what my work is like. Then afterwards, I charge $50 to $100 per video. So A, they've already now seen your skills because you've edited their videos without permission. And B, you've given them this sort of free trial, so now they know how your work is. Then if all goes well, they are hopefully going to be paying you lots of money to edit their videos. Once you have one client down, you can then use them as a reference to get more clients to the point where you have a full-scale editing business. Also, keep in mind that this concept of a permissionless apprentice goes far beyond video editing. You could be a thumbnail artist, a script writer, just thinking within the realm of creators here. All this stuff you can do. All it takes is number one, having the skills, which you can learn over the course of a weekend online. And number two, having a little bit of creativity and finding the clients that are going to be ultimately paying you for the service. So how easy is it to start? Well, pretty easy, because you can learn for free on the internet from any YouTube tutorial. And how easy is it to make your first $100? Well, again, not very hard, because you can post a bunch of projects on Upwork and Fiverr and reach out to YouTubers directly. So making $100 shouldn't be too difficult in this context. Now, the only possible drawback with this business model is that it can be quite time intensive, because after all, you are selling your time for money. All right, and side hustle number two is social media consulting. So based on my YouTube analytics, if you're watching this, you're probably under the age of 30, which means that you probably know a little bit more about social media than people who are over the age of 30. And conveniently, it just so happens that most businesses are run by people above the age of 30, and most businesses need a social media presence. So just by virtue of being born in a particular generation, you have this sort of default background in social media. And you can always learn a little bit more and brush up your skills by watching YouTube videos and reading online forums. At this point, you can offer your services as a social media consultant. You can go to businesses in your area who don't have a very good social media presence and offer your services. You can be like, hey, I specialize in social media consulting and I can give you advice on how you can grow your social media presence. And these businesses that are generally run above the age of 30 either don't know how to do it or don't have the time, so they'll think, wow, this is great, how can you help us? So then you can hop on a Zoom call with these creators and give them a free half hour of your services and then say, yes, I charge $300 a month for a retainer fee. And that gives them one 1 hour long Zoom call every month where you analyze their social medias and tell them where they can potentially improve. Once you're able to build a small network of businesses that rely on you to manage their social medias, they might come to you and say, well, how much would you charge if we were to completely offload our social media to you? At this point, you can say, yes, well, I have a done-for-you service where I manage your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, and whatever else, and I charge $2,000 a month as a retainer fee. And for that, you get 3 Instagram posts and 1 LinkedIn post every week, which I will completely take care of. All I need is 1 Zoom call every month to get some business content. And how easy is it to make your first $100? Well, again, pretty easy. All you have to do is find a business that's willing to pay you, because businesses make money and have social media presences. What you don't want to do is target an individual who is not making money and can't support your service. And the cool thing about this in terms of time intensiveness is that it's not very demanding on your time. Once you've done this a few times, you can use apps like Buffer or Remix to schedule social media posts, and apps like Canva or Photoshop to bulk create all of the posts. So maybe it'll take you an hour a month to bulk create all of the posts that are going to go up, and then you can schedule them to post across that month, and you likely won't have to do much else other than that. These two side hustles definitely have the potential to make you tons of money in 2024. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.